So if Liverpool were to win a famous quadruple, they would have to be celebrated, you have to think, as one of the best teams ever in history. Speaking of history, this year, by the way, marks 30 years since UEFA changed the format of the European Cup to create what is now known, and has been known for a while now, as the Champions League. With that in mind, we have asked Thierry, Jamie and Micah to select their Champions League era best teams ever. There was, you don't know which teams each other picked, right? There was some agreement, there was some disagreement. Get your notes ready, Micah.
Get my notes ready,
but
of course.
There were
you don't remember
two
yours?
teams
He's
that
forgot them.
No, I'm preparing properly. You know what I mean? All my notes are there.
Who wrote those for you? Because you never type your
Well,
notes.
at least I brought my tie.
It's like I attacked him.
So, two teams that you all three agreed on. Let's take a look at what we got then. So, Real Madrid 2018 was one of those. Jamie, your reasons why?
Well, it wasn't just for that season. They had an era of winning sort of 3 or 4 European Cups really close together. I think Zidane being involved. I was at this final. And I think the role of Gareth Bale, certainly on that night, the role of Cristiano Ronaldo at that stage of Real Madrid, they are synonymous with winning the Champions League. And to have that sort of era, just on the back of Barcelona having a similar type of era, really with special players, and not remembered as so much as a great team, but maybe a team of individuals.
Yeah, but if you win it free on the bounce, you've got to be a great team. So I agree with everything that Jamie said. They was actually my #1 pick, to be honest. I think they're the best. If you win it 3 consecutive years, you've got to be one of the best teams. Definitely.
One of, or you said it was the best thing, one of.
Well, I'm a bit younger than you, do you know what I mean? I'm not seeing everything.
Thierry, your thoughts?
No, it's simple for me. 3 in a row. You got to be in. You got to be in it. I mean, to win one is already difficult. To make one final, but to win it 3 times. So I went with that team, that era of winning 3 in a row.
So one of the other teams, in fact, sorry, the only other team that you all three agreed on was Barcelona 2009, a team that you played in, I believe, Thierry. But Jamie, talk to us about why you picked this one.
This is the greatest team I've ever seen. It is. The Pep Guardiola team, obviously Thierry there, Messi's there. And, yeah, I mean, I think that team and that manager changed football. And I think we're still seeing that today, the way teams play. I think we saw things with that team that we'd never seen before in terms of how the game was played. I think also the influence it had on the Spanish national team, one of the best teams we've ever seen, winning a World Cup and 2 European Championships as well. So that, for me, is the greatest club team of all time.
Now that you've checked your notes, Micah?
No, yeah, it says exactly that. I've got all the notes there. They're coming second for me. They're second for me. Xavi and Iniesta, they started it. I mean, we talk about Xavi, we talk about midfielders. Xavi, we need to put some respect on Xavi's name because he started that tick-a-tacker. Iniesta come after him, and them two are the same team. Brilliant.
It's all right. He has his notes. I don't have my tie.
But how was that to play on a team like that Jamie says, just incredible?
For me, I understood something when I went to Barcelona. I remember, people talking about the academy, and every time I was like, why are they talking about the academy all the time? Like, we're also part of this. But to dominate world football, the way we were playing that year, and people were stopping me in the street, not talking about what we won, but how we won. And the way we were playing is contagious. But having said that, to dominate world football and having a lot of players coming from the academy, not a lot of clubs can say that. And this is why, obviously, I'm biased because I played in that team, but it's generally one of the best that I've seen, yeah, me too. But for the reason that I mentioned, having players from the academy, for me, will always give an edge when you dominate in world football.
So those were the 3 teams that all of you agreed on. Then there was 2 teams that all of you agreed on. There was then 3 teams that 2 of you agreed on. So sticking with Barcelona, Thierry and Jamie, both of you had 2011 as well, Barcelona 2011.
I think that performance at Wembley, I think was, along with another team I've picked, possibly the most one-sided or best performance I've actually seen in a final. Maybe something similar to the one we've just seen with Thierry, but this game at Wembley, watching this Barcelona team, and when I say this team changed football, this is the greatest team of all time, I'm talking of that era. I'm not just talking about Thierry's team, I'm also putting that team together. In some ways, it was just, 2 or 3 players slightly different, but it was that Pep Guardiola, changing football, Messi in that position, Xavi, Iniesta, so many of the same players. I mean, that era for me is the greatest.
Well, 2015 is... you didn't actually pick 2015, did you? But Barcelona 2015 was picked by both Thierry and Micah. That means you picked Barcelona 3 times then.
For the reason that I mentioned and the reason that Jamie just mentioned, that final in 11, and Man United. I mean, if Man United didn't meet Barcelona so many times in the final, I think they would have had 1 or 2, maybe. No disrespect to any other team, but they couldn't grab the ball. They just couldn't grab the ball. They didn't know what to do. And to do that to Man United at that time is crazy. And if we move on to 15, I mean, that front three was just
Messi,
ridiculous.
Neymar, Suarez.
Yeah, that was just ridiculous. I was at that final, working, and seriously, Juve looked like they were about to do something, but they just couldn't. And the way they win it, how they were playing, passing the ball to each other, Rakitic scoring the first goal, assist from Iniesta. I mean, they did a treble on the obviously that year. It was just once again football at its best. And again, for me, and I know I'm repeating myself, a lot of players from the academy once again.
Well, that's, I think, another reason that you also picked the Ajax 1995 team.
And for me, that's number 1. And I know, I obviously I played for Barca, but that Ajax team at that age, being able to do what they did, Patrick Kluivert scoring in the final against Milan, that Milan, Rijkaard back in the squad. I think they were almost all from the academy. And we all know that they all went to have great careers individually. But the way they won, it wasn't, because people were expecting us maybe to do well, maybe to my own side, 11 and 15. But those guys, when they arrived, and then when they went back to a final after that, they didn't win it. But I have to give Ajax, and I mean, a lot of respect for what they do all the time. But that team was outstanding.
I know you voted for them as well, but also from the year before, you also voted for the 1994 AC Milan side, Jamie.
Until Barcelona came along with Pep Guardiola, this for me was the greatest club team I'd ever seen. And again, I go to 94, they beat Barcelona in the final 4-0. Johan Cruyff's famous Barcelona, I think Guardiola was playing. I mean, to beat Barcelona 4-0, that was the dream team of Barcelona. But this Milan team, Tassotti picks it up because the legend of Baresi was suspended for the final. But again, it's like Barcelona. I'm not just talking about that team. This started in 1989 when they won the European Cup in 89 and 90. Arrigo Sacchi, Fabio Capello comes in. They then get to the first 3 finals, I think, of the Champions League with AC Milan. They lost 2 finals and they won that one. So that was a team who dominated Europe like Barcelona did.
Can we bring it about more modern day, please, Kate? Because I was only 5 and 6 when
Do you know who
these teams
scored that lob? Do you know who that was?
I wasn't watching. I was.
It's not in your notes.
Paying attention
They're
to
not
my
in your
notes.
notes.
No, well, I'm concentrating on my own notes.
Savicevic.
Go on, Micah,
Dejan
cool, young,
Savicevic.
modern.
Oh,
Bring us up
yes.
to date.
Bayern 2020. They've got to be in there. No robbery, no rubery.
No robbery!
No
robbery!
No
Can I go where I
rubery.
live?
And
said no robbery.
He gets the winner.
The final result was a robbery.
But to do this with none of the, let's say, the greatest individuals apart from Lewandowski, who scored a hatful of goals, this team has to be given credit, definitely.
Terry doesn't want to know you anymore.
Woo! What's wrong, Thierry?
Robbery and robbery. Robbery. Batman and Robin.
Woo!
Anyway.
Our teammate, Peter Schmeichel, might enjoy your other choice.
Oh, yes, I've gone with a 99. See, I do remember this. This was a great team. 2 substitutes coming on, scoring. Look at that. Even though I'm a blue, you've got to give a bit of loving to the red side. Won the treble this year. Big Schmeichel. Look at him. Great memories. Sir Alex Ferguson, one of the greatest ever to do it, and that team needs some respect.
So let's take a look at the overall graphic. We put this together just to kind of represent all your choices. Ooh. This is how it looks. We are going to put this up on social media, by the way. So at CBS Sports Golazo, let us know your opinions. Who did they miss? Or what do you agree with? Let us know that. I guess one of the questions would be, if either Liverpool or Manchester City win this Champions League final, do they belong on that list for you guys?
Liverpool winning 4, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I said if they win the Champions League.
Yeah, Liverpool, winning 4.
Oh, I thought you meant the quadruple.
Yeah, but wait, that's what I'm saying. But along the way, that adds a lot. You know, when you do a treble, and I know I didn't pick Man United on my list, and that's my list, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, for me, Liverpool will get into, for me, they will get in.
Only if they win the quadruple.
If they win the Champions League...
Yeah, it's not just about the Champions League, it's the overall...
For me,
if
also,
they win 4 trophies in the season, that's never been done before.
Right.
They have to get in.
Okay.
Because you lose energy along the way, and you still have to do it in the Champions League while you're playing on the other side. And I know it has nothing to do with one another, but for me it does. Sorry, but yeah, Liverpool will get in.
Okay.
All
right.
In my list, will you? Will you get in your list?
They'd take Ajax's place if they won the quadruple. On my list.
Oh, on your list.
They take my number 5 spot.